Simpsons Index, an online spreadsheet that is also a podcast. This is the podcast.
Coming to you out of SideQuest Studios, this is the Simpsons Index, episode 228. Hello out there, I'm your host, Elliot Jay O'Neill, and joining me in SideQuest Studios here as always, except when he's known as BT Calloway.
Hoi.
And Danny Rosewell.
We really started with like a first act turnaround, just like a shitty Simpsons episode. We're the best. I mean, I'm Danny Rosewell. Danny Rosewell.
Mm-hmm.
And you can check that first act turnaround in the bonus scenes, but now it's time for the actual scenes, the feature scenes.
Oh, I forgot about the magic of editing.
Everything else shall be bonus.
Yeah.
What you're hearing now is the best of it. I'm sorry.
And it is a gift because we want to give you people out there a gift because, you know, it's October at the moment. And
Christmas!
Yep. And the
gift of our comedic insight, of our words of wisdom and wit, our insightful critique on life, on The Simpsons.
Come sit by the fire and enjoy some nog of egg.
And on Tim Long. Was Tim Long involved in this?
I mean, yeah, he's like a Simpson staffer, definitely. He was involved at some point.
Breathed on it.
Yeah.
He didn't put his name to it, but who did? Anyway, because we are reviewing Season 17, Episode 9, Simpsons Christmas Stories, first released in December of '05. It was directed by Stephen Dean Moore, written by Don Payne. In this episode, it's like Treehouse of Horror, except it's Christmas. It's October. That's why we're doing this now. Hey, guys, what'd you think?
Man, weird feels through this.
Yep.
I started out really liking this and being ready to be surprised liking it. And then
they can't always be highway to Wells.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. My last experience here was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But this was not. But it had all the trappings that it could have been sensational.
I feel like that first one was a trap.
Yeah.
That first segment, I think, hid its cracks well.
It
but they were
started
still
strong,
there.
but it fell apart. And the second one, like, Grandpa's premise was great. Didn't really add up too much. Didn't have to. But it fell over. It fell over real bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's interesting on this one, and, you know, I'll just hold in that chamber unless we... You know, fuck it. What stood out to me for better or worse?
Well, the funny thing is, like, I went to the effort of, making sure I got the questionnaire right in front of me.
Know what we're doing.
But it's a fucking trilogy episode. I don't use this thing now. We're doing it all fucking chronological.
Yeah. Look, what stood out for me for better or worse...
And a fruit cup.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, sorry.
Was the fact that it just abandoned its own framework. Like, the
my
idea
God.
at the beginning
Oh my God.
is Reverend Lovejoy can't make it, so Homer takes over at the pulpit, giving the sermon.
Yes.
Then the next segment, we're just at home with Grandpa. And the final segment, it's the school play. And it's like, no. You had a framework.
Yeah. You can't forget about it. You just cut, and suddenly,
And
whoops.
it also wouldn't have even been hard. It would have been like, you know, if you wanted to keep that Grandpa story, have him be at church. That's not what Christmas
Someone
about.
kicks
Let me
Homer
tell
off
you
the
what it is.
pulpit.
He shoves him out of the way. He's like,
now
I was
pay
in
attention to me.
Yeah, that's
I'm
that
talking
simple.
over the top of you. I'm sorry.
It's like it's one of those duets where it's just two people working in tandem.
Hey, what did I say about this podcast? No whole new worlding this shit. Every moment is not red
Look,
letter.
Elliot, don't you dare close your eyes.
God damn it. He fucking whole new worlded me.
Don't you dare close your eyes. I always thought that was a surprisingly threatening line.
They're gonna stay open.
Don't you fucking dare.
I never got the line every moment red letter. What's a red letter?
Is that the line?
Yeah, every moment red letter.
I thought it was gets better.
It's red letter.
I gotta look these up. Because like every moment gets better.
No, it's shut your mouth, it gets better.
Shut your mouth, close your eyes.
God, he's a piece of shit. Oh, God. Okay, but he's not even in tonight's episode, so let's not get too distracted by Aladdin.
Good point.
He's Googling Aladdin right now. He's Googling Aladdin.
Yeah, it's only got the new lyrics. I don't want that shit.
I really liked...
Yeah.
Since we're not really going... are we sticking script, or are we just, like, playing...
Yeah. So with these trilogy Treehouse of Christmas episodes...
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll start out with the initial framework. Has anyone, like, got any moments of that?
I really like the fucking Ned Flanders punch, man. Like,
Really?
I was not expecting him to cut his finger and then pass out and stay passed out. And that's his part written out. And then he's just a corpse on the floor for the rest of the bit.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It's like Saw, but backwards.
Was?
No, I saw where he's a corpse for the whole thing, and then at the end he stands up.
Yeah, he's like, hey,
right.
what did I miss?
Hey, what did I miss?
Yeah.
I mean, there's something conceptually funny about this is the moment that Ned's been waiting for, and he Supermans up onto the
Yeah.
what'd you say? The in-ground
Pool
swimming
pit.
pool? Yeah. The pool pit.
The in-ground swimming pool.
It's a pool pit. What do you yeah.
It's a pool pit.
Nicely done, bro.
I didn't actually have anything. That was just all leading up to that pun. Yeah?
You're
fair
right.
enough.
Every moment, red letter. Well, actually, we're both right because there is.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
What?
Hold your
fuck does that
breath. It gets
mean?
better is what I was thinking of.
Hold
but
your
there
breath is creepy too.
with new horizons to pursue, in brackets, every moment, red letter.
Yeah, I'll chase them everywhere. There's time to spare. Now I'm spending this whole new... Oh my God, I whole new world of myself.
Wow. You
I've
know
heard
a lot of
I've
words.
heard you karaoke Whole New World as Aladdin. You're fucking good at it.
Oh, shush.
Hey, what does every moment red letter mean?
I mean, it's obviously a reference to the Scarlet Letter in which a woman is shamed for adulterous ways.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
So every moment is as good as an affair. Every moment is as good as that pure, passionate
Scandalous.
moment of scandal and passion and giving away
Ew.
to purely the want and not a single thought for tomorrow.
That is
Anyway, I didn't
carnal.
like this episode too much, Elliot.
I'd say there is a little magic in this rug.
Oh, I like the couch.
It's a Christmas and Aladdin reference. Come on.
I know, I
Yep,
like it.
yep, thank you.
What was the couch gag? I can't remember, but I liked it.
Couch Gag Thrills Nation. It was just
Yeah,
the-
newspaper
Oh,
spinny.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, it
thingy.
was
No,
good.
I-
It was very understated.
It was.
I was actually
It
surprised that they didn't have like a Simpsons Christmas intro, but I was remembering, oh, that is totally like a HD era thing.
Yeah, we're not in the
over
HD.
budget.
No.
Fucking intros.
Like, because, I mean, once again, I've said it a bunch, but that's the surprising thing to me about The Simpsons history in that, like, the first 9 years, they only had 3 Christmas specials.
And then every other week after
Sorry I
that.
talked over that. We should have gotten a clean take for
It was
that.
a nice, crisp opening, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, your contribution was noted.
Thanks. Oh, but I remember in the beginning, Shag, you had a problem with a certain face chunk.
Oh, yeah. On Homer's animation.
Oh my god!
You can see a little
That
bit
was in the
too
beginning,
much.
was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was upsetting. And once you see, you can't unsee.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking without explaining
Yeah.
myself. As soon as Homer takes the pulpit stage, they do this sort of semi 3D thing to his animation style where, you know, he turns his head left to right, and as the nose moves, you see more or less of the cheek surrounding
Yeah.
the nose, as you would in real life, because people, because this is
Perspective.
physics, physics.
He's losing at people.
You know, people, right? Like when your nose gets in the way and you can't see all the cheek.
Yeah, it's like a 3/4 head turn sort of thing.
Yeah, but you can see too much face.
But
Yeah.
you know how like Disney and Looney Tunes and shit, how they've got, and The Simpsons, I might add, they've got very strict rules
Yeah.
for like, thou shalt not ever draw Bart Simpson without a nose longer than yay big.
Yeah.
Sure.
And never have left eye overlapping right
There's
eye
an
except
animation
on a
Bible,
Sunday if the moon is been between
Yeah.
blah blah blah. You
It's
get
in the 7th house.
yeah, you get the thing.
I know how to scry the future based on Simpsons.
Fuckers do it.
The commandments that were
fucked
delivered on high by Matt Groening in...
Yeah.
Really, absolutely. They are carved in stone now. No, they're carved in cell. My fucking god, though, it was a real fuck up, man. Like, I see what they were trying to do, have some cheek exposed and some cheek hidden, but it really looked like there was a separate just flap of flesh, just like stitched onto where his face.
I will drop an image link in the show notes
Yeah.
because,
Because he's not wrong.
Oh,
I mean,
he's not
I know
wrong.
I'm blowing it out of proportion, but I'm not
He's
wrong.
not wrong, and once you did mention it, I could not unsee it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Because it's like, I don't know if you noticed, but like Rick and Morty, I think about season 3 or 4, they started doing their heads like on sort of like a quarter turn stance at some point. And I really noticed that as like one of the key differences between the early and the later Rick and Morty animation
Interesting.
styles. And again, once I've noticed it, it's like, they're doing that again.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Simpsons here. It's like, they're face chunking again. Because I know this has bothered
Yeah.
you in the past. This has been a thing on the podcast before.
Face chunking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, face chunking. Come on. That Deep Purple hit.
Oh God, we have talked some nonsense already.
Yeah.
I really wasn't happy with the Three Wise Men segment. That was the first segment, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's get into the first segment, which got the title of The First Doel. Hey guys,
Did
what do we
it?
think?
Was
I mean,
that
it was the
was that
bi-
in the show anywhere? By
It
the way,
was the best one.
It
And
it was
it's
the
got
best
some
one.
goods. I got my
See,
some
I go
apparatus
back
here.
and forth on this because
Yes.
the third objectively sucks. I think we can agree dead last.
Yes.
I liked the beginning of the second segment more than anything in the first segment, but overall, the ending of the second segment brought me down so far that I think it might be worse than the first.
Sorry, say that again.
First is medium.
I was kidding. Don't say that again.
Okay.
Yeah, you've done great. We can re-listen to it later. Just scroll back, audience. Scroll back, for you have traveled too far. The path you seek is
Stop! Don't hit the -15. You're erasing my existence. Yeah, this fucking episode has kind of
God.
destroyed us a little.
right. Right.
So, BT, what stands out to you from this segment?
Okay, it's really the best line in the entire episode, which is at the end. Homer finishes telling his story and goes, "And did you know that baby Jesus grew up to be Jesus?" And the whole audience is like, "Oh my god!" He's just like, "Yeah, I know." It blows your mind, right?
Yep.
So good.
I love how I asked you for something that stands out from the segment, and you went right past the segment to its ending.
It's still the segment because it's not the framework.
That's it, because they don't have any sense of
They
framework
don't keep
in
the
this
framework.
one.
So ha 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 ha.
I'm surprised it was one writer on
fine.
this.
If you want me to stick to a segment, then the one part out of this segment is when they go to physical comedy, and it was a bunch of Three Stooges stuff. But I did dig, a wise man, eh?
Yes.
See, that's one of those ones where I feel like they got that line and they worked
And the
backwards from
rest
there
of the-
and
Yes.
they
Yeah.
overcooked it.
Yeah.
I've got to say, they did the gag really well. Like the you put your elbow up and then you put
Yeah.
your chin on the thing and then uppercut and the thing. Like they did it great. But why were we wasting time on this shit? Why was that there? I don't.
Because that
Because
segment,
they needed to fill some fucking
that segment
space.
had no point. It
Yeah.
was vaguely, Bible story in the sense of King Herod coming to murder all the children.
But that was one where it was Homer trying to fucking improv and ad-lib a
Yeah,
story. So you sort of forget. Like, I thought it felt like it's spiraling to nowhere was supposed to be reminiscent. Obviously, it wasn't. It was just their
and
bad writing.
In
but
terms of
you know what I mean?
Homer like riffing and vamping, it should have been like a mashup of everything in Genesis kind of crammed into the one story. So he they escape through the dry Red Sea from Moses or something.
Yeah.
And there's,
Yeah.
mistakes Herod's plan for Passover or something like that. I don't know. But just take all the known stories and cram them into one because you're just vamping at Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
That's it. And then Santa swings down and Jesus high fives him.
Yeah.
And the Easter Bunny was there.
Yeah. And they're all like the CIA got you pushing too many candy canes. And they clap hands Predator style. And it sounds like
Holy shit. I want to watch that. I want to watch that.
Too bad you had to watch this.
Yeah.
And we're going to go watch it again because I've forgotten this episode already and I feel
This
like we need to
this one
rewatch
is
it.
Teflon, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I am
Oh, shit.
struggling. I have notes in front of me and I'm struggling to recall this episode.
Well, look, I mean, you're saying that it was like totally about like why it's so sucky that the framework wasn't consistent because you're right. The avenue was totally already there for Grandpa to do a similar thing and then for someone to come up at the end and go, no, here's the real fucking story of blah, blah, blah. But I mean, even then, it doesn't stop me from like not really liking the individual segments. It's like not justifying it for me.
Shalom, everybody. And then the cows say
Shalom,
Shalom,
Dr. Nick. Yeah.
Why was it the cows?
I don't
Like, changing it to Shalom was already your change to a shtick, to a throwback.
And that's fine.
Then changing it to cows in subtitles, nope, too far. You're too removed from yourself. You're too far up your own ass.
Man, I'm just trying to make any sense of my King Herod. Good pointy baby.
Well, yeah.
that's where he says kings
Giant
don't kill
sword,
babies.
giant
Pointy swords
swords.
kill babies.
Yeah.
It's not great.
No.
And they spend a lot of time on Herod and the three wise men, and nothing really happens there or comes of it.
No. I mean, there was something okay about them like doing the escape at the end and putting the halo on the duck.
I know. I did quite like putting the halo on the duck got
man.
me.
What was his
then
line?
killed it
The
immediately.
oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, it was then Mo starts worshipping the duck. I'm like, no, I liked it when it was just, you put a halo on the duck.
Yeah.
That was enough.
No. This ought to spruce things up. This ought to spruce things up as
There's a
Joseph
tree.
chops a tree and rolls it and fucking slaughters everyone.
You like this?
Spruce.
Oh,
it's
God.
worse.
It's wordplay. Spruce like a tree.
Yeah, I know, but it's like it leans into the whole contrived nature of this episode to me. It's just
No,
like
that's the part that feels like Homer telling a story, you know? And then Schwarzenegger comes and kicks a tree down, and Joseph is like, bro, and all the Romans are like, pew, pew, pew.
yeah.
And then
What's your elbow when he's
I keep
Amiibos?
kicking
Yes,
this, don't
maybe.
I?
Anything else about this baby Jesus Bart story that stands out to y'all?
I almost like, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. I'm regifting the myrrh because who needs myrrh?
Hated it.
I got like a fifth of a...
Bah
of a-
humbug. That's me this episode.
Yeah. When Homer's like, I'm watching the Orange Bowl, and it's not the bowl as in football game, it's an orange bowl.
Bowl full of oranges.
You get it?
Yeah.
It's a bowl full of
Cool.
oranges.
And then at one point, Homer goes, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. We have a great family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a bit where, no one's ever going to write this down, and there's Matthew writing down his book. Matthew wasn't there. God damn, get your Bible right, you stupid fucks.
Oh, really?
Mo being like, hey, we've got so many rooms and they've all got brand new carpets. And Mary goes, oh, my water broke. You're going to have the barn. But come by for breakfast, there won't be any.
Into the mic, sweetie.
Into the mic. If you could rank this segment and this segment alone, what would you give
like
it?
working with a child that's better than looking than you. It's the best one, and I still don't like it. That's rough. Kind of bronze-ish.
Kind of bronze-ish?
I'll be generous and say I'll bronze.
I'm just looking right at the very first line of the segment.
Mm-hmm.
A carpenter named Joseph was about to get some frankly preposterous news.
Yeah, look, that's all right.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just like me being desensitized to that joke or something. It's just like, yeah, the biggest sap in history. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's been done.
It's been done.
Yeah, because before that lead up as well was the whole Homer arguing with the squeaky voiced teen who was his paper boy,
Yeah.
and they went back and
Yeah.
forth, and
That
that
was
was like
pointless. I didn't like it.
awkward. Yeah.
that was rough.
What would you rank this segment, Shag?
I would call this... Ooh, is it a participant or a failure?
You can call it whatever you want. You could even call it a piece
Yeah.
of brick if you like.
Right, it is nothing of an episode, isn't it? I'm going to call it a failure. I wasn't very impressed.
Yeah, I'd participant this one.
Wow, it's all downhill from here.
All right, and then the next segment called I Saw Grandpa Cussing Santa Claus.
Problems.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots of problems. So Grandpa has an older brother, Cyril, who is alive.
Yep.
And canon.
Mm.
So
Well, this is the Simpsons stuff. This is a non-canon episode.
when did they say that? No. Disagree. If this was Grandpa telling a story and implied that he'd remembered it wrong, then sure. But we get a post his story bit
do
where
get a
he
post
where he
story
hangs out
where he
with
walks up
Santa
with
Claus
Santa.
and Cyril in Tahiti, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So this is canon. His brother Cyril lives.
You can
and
tell
is
it's
there.
canon because Santa Claus is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old
So,
Saint Canon.
Problems.
It's
Problems.
not great. It's not a great episode.
Hmm.
I thought the beginning of this one was better. Yeah. Oh, wait. I already said that. I'll bet. Remember when I ranted before? So what stands out to you from this segment, BT?
This was just the shift in framework. It was like, oh, now they're home. Okie dokie. And yeah, what stands out to me is then Grandpa has an older brother, Cyril, who's...
Cyrus?
Whatever. I got Cyril down here. Cyrus, Cyril. They're the same name. They're spelled differently and pronounced.
So, like, what is the story of this segment? Like,
Yep.
Grandpa and
Burnsy.
Burnsy get stranded on an island.
Yep.
Why is Cyrus involved in this all? Just like he was there at the start.
Cyrus,
Yeah. Didn't
Cyrus
have to
was
be.
in the army
Coulda
with
cut
him.
that.
Yeah.
Could have cut it. Would have been fine.
Got cut down. No, he got shot down because
know.
of Burnsy.
Oh,
because-
yeah, but so.
Because Burnsy was so busy on the phone.
But that wasn't relative to the
Oh
plot.
my god, the fucking you hang up bit. Jesus
Dude.
Christ.
Yeah.
This episode, this middle segment especially, has done a lot of like...
Damage.
No, the Family Guy where the joke goes on too long. Oh, I
Yeah.
skinned my knee.
I've got to say, there was one drive-by joke that I really liked, which was, I think it was Cyrus going to Grandpa, Kamikaze's at 2 o'clock, and he goes, well, I don't usually drink after lunch, but sure. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a joke was pretty good.
I think that would have been funnier without, oh, wait, sure. Like, that's
Yeah,
enough.
then, hey, look, the sky's full of them planes that
but
what try
wait,
to
he
drive,
meant
fly
planes
into
that
the-
are-
Yeah.
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 Less harmony on that one, but we'll fix
Yeah,
it.
no, well, like, we would, yeah.
So yeah, then Burns and Grandpa get stranded on an island. Did anyone like
Yep.
any material from this bit?
I do like when they're first there and Burnsy's all like, oh, you don't control me anymore. Rank means nothing on this island. Here's where the strong control the weak. And then Grandpa just grabs him and shoves his head in the ocean. He's like, how dare you drown the new king of Burnstopia. That was an alright bit, especially because the animation was very fluid in the drowning.
Then it went on too long.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, yeah.
And then I also like Grandpa's, statements of days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, months turned back into weeks.
Yeah.
That was okay.
I didn't actually mind Burns giving in the gift of shaving cream and whatever, and he goes, "Oh, it's just seagull grain."
It was a sweet moment, wasn't it?
Seagull brains and snail goo.
That's the one.
Everything else sucks.
Then it just tanks. Oh my goodness.
Actually, one more bit. Grandpa calls Burns a useless waste of socks. I like that. That's funny.
Oh my god, by the way, guys. When you're stranded on a desert island and a plane flies over, you better shoot it down. Not like wave to it for help.
Well,
the fuck is he?
To be entirely fair,
this?
they are in
What
a
is
war
this?
and it could have been an enemy plane. So Grandpa dives for cover and yells,
You're stranded.
"Is it one of ours?"
Get a plane. It's any plane.
They are in World War III, apparently.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, so for everyone playing out there, Disney Plus has this listed as a tale from World War III.
Yeah.
They added too many eyes.
Yeah, Disney.
Or did they? Bum, bum, bum.
Disney episode descriptions, like, Disney Plus, please hire me. Like, there is no way I could do a worse job than the cunt who
It's
did
true.
these.
It's so bad.
This is in fact a racist joke, but
Yeah.
Santa Claus says, "Thunder, Blitzen," and Burns goes, "He's German. That's good eating."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
Not the worst racist joke that was in this segment,
Yeah.
but
Simply
less
classic.
said about the 15 native wives. There's their wives, not girlfriends. Yeah, the less said about that, the better.
Yep.
That was all clunky.
Yep.
Yeah, the entire out for this episode was fucking so bad. Because, yeah, then Santa appears in, like, real, like, this isn't just Grandpa telling a story anymore.
Yeah, like it would have been one thing if he left the watch behind and it was like, oh, but he is real. Grandpa's not
Yeah.
just telling crazy stories. But then
Grandpa's
to have
crazy
Santa,
stories always turn true,
yeah,
though.
But then to have Santa show up and be like, of course it's all true. I'll take you to your brother. He didn't die. And it's like, what the fuck?
And I meant to pick you up, but then I put it off, and then I was
so
embarrassed. Awkward. Yeah.
Also,
Funny about says
Rudolph
awkward.
got killed and eaten by a snake.
Yeah, canonically that is what happened to him.
Oh, of course.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That follow-up song was not popular.
Killed
Yeah.
and eaten by a snake.
Hey, well done.
Also, yeah, the whole dogfight with Burns on Rudolph versus
Oh my god,
Grandpa.
when they do the loop.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bad.
I didn't mind, like, when Grandpa does, like, board and, like, Burns grabs the hammer
Toy
and
mallet.
turns
Yep,
out into a
yep.
squeaky hammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's about as generous as I can be
For
with
Yeah.
this
some
one.
reason, the
Yeah.
bicycle felt like the wrong move to go next. I don't know why. To go straight from mallet to bicycle.
Yeah, it should have been the teddy bear or there's something
Yeah.
equally playful and soft.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that bicycle would have done some serious fucking
Real.
damage.
Yeah.
It was tricycle even. That's like,
Extra wheels.
yeah, 1.5 times as much damage as a bicycle. Yeah.
And
Good
then
damage
Santa's
modifier.
like, "Thanks for everything, Abe." And now I'm off. Back in a mo. I'm off to get milk and cigarettes. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
If you're going to rank this segment alone, what did you give it?
Dead set failure. Almost a cubic failure. It is so odd. It's
That's
interesting.
the thing.
I'd go participant because I bronzed the first half of this segment and then I failed the rest of it.
The thing is, there's a lot I like about it.
Look, gags I was okay with, but structure and plot and all
Structure
the
and
rest
plot are
is just
garbage.
chaos
But
and
gags
nonsense.
are chaos and nonsense. But like, it was beautiful to look at, and it was really like well done visually. It was chaos and nonsense, but it was.
I'm okay.
Careful there.
Uh,
Now, Houdini died, you know.
Hiccups.
I think I do have a
From
soft
too
spot
much
for
Sprite
World War
lemon
II.
with no sugar.
For period pieces. Flying Hellfish is my cubic period piece. Compared to that, I feel a lot more comfortable saying it's garbage. It's really pretty. This episode was really pretty, and there were lots of good little bits in it. It was just shit, and it made no sense, and it went nowhere.
It was pretty garbage.
Can I call that participant then?
Sure.
Yeah, you can call it anything you want, man.
Because
Yeah, these aren't the official ranks.
no
You
one
can-
gives a shit what I
You
say.
can call it Susan if you like.
Hey, don't compare my mum to this.
No, it's Lockstock. No, not Lockstock. Snatch.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is that Statham?
No, it's Bullet Tooth Tony,
Ah.
which is what's his name? The big guy.
Ving Rhames? No.
No.
Vin.
Diesel. No.
No.
Vinny Jones.
Vinny Jones.
Vinny
He's British, so it's Vinny.
And the final segment, the Nutcracker ... Sweet. Spelled SWEET. This was more chaos nonsense garbage than the previous one, and it wasn't nearly as pretty.
Yeah, the whole thing is, hey, did you know Christmas carols are public domain, so we can do a song about Christmas?
It was,
and we're gonna fill in some time.
But what
I
is the
thought that
story of this? Like, there is no.
I just told you, and all the jokes.
he did. That was it. Summed up. One sentence. I actually thought that was really funny if it hadn't kept on going. Like, oh, it's free domain? Well, the Simpsons could free domain it. Bam, 10 seconds of it, I'd forgive.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really clever at first. And I was done.
Yeah, because the plot of this Nutcracker suite, I don't know the actual Nutcracker.
My
you
nuts were cracked pretty fucking early on here.
Ayo.
Hey. Sweet. And it's funny that it also starts out with a sign gag of the school performing the Nutcracker and reviewed by Superintendent Chalmers. Worst version of this play ever.
It's like, yeah, that's a great lead in for your segment there, guys.
Exactly.
It didn't instill me with confidence.
So, yeah, it starts out, it's the town preparing for Christmas.
Yeah.
Then it moves to Moe, who's trying to kill himself for a good 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then it's about how Homer's not getting a present for Marge. And for the Moe section, they drop the whole pretense of the whole Nutcracker song anyway. And
Yeah. Well, for Grandpa's section, they dropped the whole fact that he was just there. The family's like, oh no, Grandpa, hide. It's like, he was just in your house.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Christmas Eve and there was Santa. So, fuck, framework.
Yeah, for a
and-
Treehouse of Horror episode, they really aren't sticking to the treehouse that
No,
well.
Exactly. Or the church house, as it should
Yeah,
have been.
exactly. Church House of Christmas. Oh my God, that's what the episode should have been. They'd at least have a jumping off point. It's amazing to me that this was written by one person.
Yeah, because it's so inconsistent across everything.
Yeah. So does anyone have anything to say about this segment? Because I feel like I went through my notes already.
You want to go first? You go first.
I will say that I like how they animate raccoons.
Oh, they were beautiful,
Like,
but I really hated that
yeah,
they
yeah.
went into the raccoons.
The joke
Yeah.
of Grandpa
It's a
being
show
like, "Fine,
and
I'll go hang out with the raccoons." Jumps in a dumpster,
And there's
cut
the
it there. That's
raccoons.
fine. I do like
Even
how
have a
they
couple of
animated-
raccoons like peeking out. Like that'd
Yeah,
be
that's
fun.
fine.
Dude, it's a show and a tell.
Yeah,
It's a tell
exactly.
and a show.
So have him jump into the dumpster, cut. That's fine. But just, I will say, when we cut inside the dumpster, I like how they draw raccoons. It's cute.
Oh, rats in lard. You knew exactly when to give me.
No.
Oh, no.
And of course, most suicide jokes just, I mean, this is season 17. Maybe
Not
it was
good.
never good, but at least they hadn't bled it completely dry at this point. So
Yeah.
I'll give it some leeway that maybe this was earlier and it would have been funnier.
He's
If we
trying to
had
hang
the-
himself with popcorn on a string.
Yeah, if we hadn't had the next 15 years.
Before Mo, there was
you're fine.
Krusty, where Krusty's like sitting at a cardboard cutout of a Christmas tree, and every year this time he's my most requested clip.
Yeah,
there's
and then
like
he
an
gets pelted
astronaut
in the nuts
and
with snowballs.
yeah,
Oh.
snowballs.
Martin Luther King and Buzz Aldrin are
Ah,
watching and laughing.
And-
right.
Well, that's it. But we only know they were Martin Luther King and Buzz Aldrin because they had to spell it out because we wouldn't give. Remember, I was really upset about that at
Yeah,
the
no, I
time.
remember.
It came right after, because everyone's saying what they're doing for Christmas, and then they have him, his father, and old Jewish man going, we're going to a Chinese restaurant now, because that's
That
what we
was-
do. That's the only thing we know about Jews.
That's the only thing we know about Jews. Writer's room.
Yeah, and so, the series of jokes that they do with Mo, it just has an overwhelming, depressing angle to it. Like, him shooting himself in the temple, but, the Merry Christmas pops
That'd
out the
kill
other
ya.
time, and he's like,
Some-
what does it say?
Dude, that was
Yeah, I
the
know.
slug from Monsters Inc.
Yeah. I was thinking.
don't be mean.
Not bad.
Is that what she says? I don't remember.
That was not your Moses
That's-
like
Wiskowski, you've not done your paperwork.
yeah,
Wachowski, yeah.
I'm always watching.
And does the misdirect with the ham coming out of the oven.
Yeah.
Hey, Barney, I'll give you this ham if you kill me, or whatever.
Yeah.
Good, not comfortable.
Yeah. Anyway, so then the segment is, my big note for this segment is, are we there yet? Because I don't know how a single segment in a 3-segment episode doesn't land on a plot.
Yeah, because because we don't have a framework, so we don't even really know this is the end of it.
And so it ends up turning into Homer can't get a present for Marge. He goes around town, can't get one. Hilarious montage ensues. And then she gets him a present, which is actually a present for him to give to her, which is then a framed photo of the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a toxic relationship.
Not healthy, man. Not cool at all. Why?
That says it all. Why?
So she's getting herself a photo of when they used to be happy.
Yes.
Dun 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 dun.
Christmas cheer from The Simpsons.
Actually, I'm just thinking that'd like be an awesome like chuggy guitar riff. Dun, 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 dun,
No.
dun, dun, dun.
No nutcrackers.
Crack not the nuts.
Crack. Oh.
I think we're done here.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to peter out just like the episode.
Let's rank this thing. On the Simpsons Index, we rank using a 6-point scale, which starts down the bottom at failure. Maybe if the episode was just, you give it a participant. But for the positive rankings, you got okay, bronze, good silver, excellent gold, but for the best of the very best, you give cubic zirconia.
You know you can breathe during that part.
I can, but I choose not to. I get a real fucking big
Real
rush
nice high,
from
yeah.
I'm not sure that I'm comfortable with Mo trying to kill himself on Christmas, man. Something about it really sits wrong with me.
Yeah.
Like, I get that having the timing gags with him rolling through traffic and not getting hit. That's like, that's classic comedy.
That could have got me,
It's
but
Baby's
it's just
Day
too
Out.
sad.
It is like
Yeah.
oldest comedy in the book.
Yeah.
Things that could go wrong but don't. But why are we watching this poor man fucking trying to end it all? And he's not even allowed that dignity.
And you're supposed to
And-
laugh.
What the fuck is going on, man? That is sick.
See, if they're doing fucking Christmas tales and they're doing it in this treehouse of horror style, which would normally, lovingly borrow from bits of media that the writers grew up loving, I don't know how you fucking missed this so badly in doing Moe's It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
That's it,
Yeah,
man.
it's right there.
It's nasty. It's not cool.
Yeah. Not that I've seen It's a Wonderful Life. Maybe it's depictions of suicide and whatever.
Dude, the whole
kind of-
movie is about why you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know what tomorrow's going to bring.
And
Who
a bunch
knows
of people bringing that lesson to Moe could be funny.
Yeah.
Dude, sure. And gallows humor is funny. I'm on board with that. I'm not saying don't make jokes about death or anything.
If the mic stand in one position,
Hey. That's going to sound great.
it will absolutely not.
Listen to your producer.
It'll
Okay.
drive me nuts, and I'll have to put the pop filter on, and I hate the pop filter.
They have a difficult relationship.
Now I've lost
They dated briefly
my
and it just didn't end well.
place. Look, it doesn't matter though. It's just not. It wasn't handled with dignity or tact.
No, it was handled as a piece of comedy, like that. Him trying to do that is inherently funny. It's like the same reason that, like in the HD era, they went really hard on Moe making rape jokes. That they thought that was just inherently funny. It's
Right.
not what we ever liked about Moe.
Yeah.
And
Man, his best moments are the ones that humanize him.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which you should, because the moments where he does show humanity is where he's trying,
Yeah.
and it's sad because he's that piece of us all that feels like we're just always going to be the lowest rung scumbag.
Yeah. That's it, man. He looks at himself in the mirror and he's like, "Damn, I do not like myself." That is a dark topic for the Simpsons to laugh about. Not for the Simpsons to address, but for the Simpsons to just laugh
Not
about.
to make a moment of heart to build jokes from, but to
Right.
inherently itself be funny.
I wasn't impressed. I'm sorry. That cut right into your rankings
Yeah.
speech. I just had to get that out there. It was.
oh, I
bubbling.
thought you were about to lead up with your ranking.
Yeah.
I was giving you the space. It
Dude,
felt like you were
I'm
winding
sorry.
into it.
I know I cut your rankings off because it was just bubbling up
No,
inside me.
I got the premise of the
It's the
rankings out of the
passion.
way. And
They know them by now.
do you
I'm
want to go
sure.
first and show us how it's done?
Well, look, I will go first and show you how it's done because this is an episode that filled me with a lot of hope, and that's weird. But I saw in each one of these episodes, segments, I started out really optimistic and excited. They were really well drawn. They were really like conceptually different, but they were interesting. They were all interesting. Each one in their own different way really, really dropped that fucking ball. And by the end of each little segment, I hated them so much.
Any little bit of hope or light or comedy gives
I was
you
disappointed in
gets
myself
vacuumed
for
out.
how excited I was at the start, you know?
We should have known better.
Right.
They can't all be Highway to Wells.
They've done this to me before. I'm Stockholm syndromed. I come running back to The Simpsons day after day.
Thinking maybe today will be different.
Yeah. Look, I want to give this a participant because just visually it was beautiful, but I'm going to fail this because
It's what's on the inside.
I don't think there was any one piece that I was happy with.
BT.
I could almost participate, and it would have been that asterisk participant of, because I'm struggling to remember it. But anytime I stop and think about an aspect, it's annoying. Like, my biggest takeaway is going to be Grandpa now canonically has an older brother that is alive and is never a part of the show ever again, because, hey, fuck it, we can throw that in and have it not matter.
Well, Cyril is only as canonically real as Santa Claus.
That's true. But just the fact that I have to think about that. Just goddamn. So, look, I'd understand a participant. It does definitely wash over you, but we've spent now too long thinking about its individual components. And even in that first segment, I was like, I can see this is just covering over the cracks well. It's not a good segment. They've just hidden their bad with a particular tact. So before Shag cuts in again, I'm going to fail.
And before he cuts into your cutting in, I'm going to cut in.
Oh.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
Love it.
Elliot's cutting in.
Yeah, look, I'm failing this one as well. Like,
really?
I was Partissa bronze
Shit,
up until...
I thought you were loving it.
Look, it's not hot garbage.
No,
it's
it
just
isn't.
garbage.
But it's like you were saying, the promise of hope in this one. Like, in its own way, even like, although I picked the shit out of the Nutcracker one, I feel like each one started out with like potential. And that's sort of what's most disappointing about this one. There are certainly like a good handful of jokes that I liked in this episode, which is a lot more than I can say about a lot of failures, but it's not enough to raise me up from the fucking soul-crushing disappointment of fucking all the endings, and then just...
Well, just the idea of watching this again is depressing.
Yes.
It's like...
Yes, I do not want to watch it again.
No, it's a participant that at best, when you start reviewing it and analyzing it in the way that we do, that it just falls apart instantly. Like, there is just no way it deserves anything more than a failure.
Yeah.
And I just have to grab my laptop for the next segment. Feel free to riff and make some...
Yeah, cool. I was going to say, what is it? Is it the otter that washes its food? No, it's not the otter. It's like a monkey that washes, like...
The raccoon.
Raccoon? Yeah, who washes the
fairy
can,
floss
and then it dissolves, and it's like, but what happened?
Oh, that poor dumb piece of shit. He has
so
no
funny.
idea.
He's going to tell stories of that to his children, and they're going to laugh and be like, oh, Grandpa.
Oh, Grandpa, food doesn't just disappear.
It's food. And he's like, no, but I had it, I swear. Yeah. But also raccoons, of all things, that eat out of the garbage, wash their food.
They've got little fingers.
How are raccoons real? They're like tiny people.
Oh, God bless.
God bless the raccoons.
All right. Well, that will be a unanimous failure. We are giving this episode
the index finger.
It will be the 7th unanimous failure from season 17. It will be joining the Italian Bob. Remember when we thought that was the worst episode?
The worst episode. Yeah, God.
That was so bad.
Times have changed me.
Yeah. Wait, this was the episode after Italian Bob, wasn't
Sorry,
it?
I'm just seeing the
4
spreadsheet
episodes
there.
later.
Failure.
Right, look at that screen of red. Constant failure.
Blood red.
And the other season 17 episode that was also a unanimous failure was Homer Simpson, This Is Your Wife, the episode that starred Ricky Gervais. Please stop playing with the mic stand, man. Fucking hell, please.
We've begged you.
Put it down, Bart. Put
begged.
it down. Put it down. No, like, put the mic up to your face. Don't put it down. You're not raging against the machine trying to tell me how it is.
With the corporations and the...
Yeah, it's just another podcast. Yeah, burn. You're going to burn.
Boom.
Anyway, and so with that ends our review of season 17. We've done all of season 17 now.
Wow.
And it will go down as the worst Teens Era season.
Jeez, you can just watch the color slowly fade, can't you?
Our lives and from the
on our best to worst season section of the website, available at thesimpsonsindex.com. Where we're in our best to worst section. Yeah, we're looking at the seasons right there. And like season 17, if this episode got a dull bronze, it would have just gotten over above season 19.
Yeah, right.
No,
it was not going to get a dull bronze, even if we like the best any of us were thinking were participant.
Yeah. And we got one episode left of season 16 to review. Maybe that'll tank us. Well, let's see. But anyway, I just went over the failures of season 17, but up at the top end, you know, because this season actually had 2 unanimous silvers in amongst, like I said, a big wash of participants and failings and a few bronzes.
What was unanimous?
Yeah, what was the silvers?
But the unanimous silvers was the seemingly never-ending story, which you still haven't reviewed yet.
Exactly.
So we'll be covering that on an Except when he's not on the patreon.com/SideQuest Studios feed. More on that later. But yeah, we reviewed that with you. Do you remember that, Chegg? The play within a play within a play within a play?
Yes, I do.
Burns and Lisa are getting chased by the ram.
Very high concept, and as our viewing public has voted, this is a very silver episode. Like,
Yeah. And also, Bart Has Two Mummies, an episode which you didn't review. That's where Bart gets adopted by a gorilla.
Oh, yeah. Weird times on that one, but some good times.
Yeah. So season 17 is not without its charm, but yes, we declared it a shiny participant season overall, and it will rank as overall in the seasons. It's currently ranking as the 24th best season.
All right, that's low.
24th is right after 25th.
24th best.
That's a hell of a way to put it.
Again, it's above more than half of the HD era seasons. It's a high F.
What a comfort.
It's actually a high P, but whatever.
Yeah.
A high P, that's when I go to the bathroom at the top of Mount Kosciuszko.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna because I was thinking the same thing, but like I don't have a punchline for that.
You guys.
High P, that's when I infuse green beans with THC.
Oh yeah,
So
like split
anyway.
peas and stuff. Yeah.
Guys.
No, it's like 3 octaves higher than a high C.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ding. Well, not there, but somewhere around.
Somewhere up there.
Guys, thank you for joining me tonight. And yeah, on this October, it brings me great joy to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to us all, and to all a good night.
Danny, you got anything to plug?
I guess I don't yet, do I?
Not yet, but he's on
Not
his
yet.
way, damn it. Watch
I will,
this
though.
space.
Yeah.
boy.
You want me to link your YouTube channel in this podcast?
I suppose, you know what? Yes. I'm going to go home. I'm going to upload a bunch of really dank, shitty meme DJ remix, and they're so fucking good. You're going to love them. They're so fucking good. Oh,
You're gonna love
shit.
them, kids.
I hate to blow my own horn, but the world is a
I'll
weird...
do it for you. It's good.
Yeah, they're
man.
pretty fun.
It's fun shit. You'll be like, this mixes with this? I didn't know that. Fuck.
yeah,
I can
exactly.
groove to this shit, babe.
I like to sort of provoke and challenge.
And sometimes outright piss off.
Yeah. And sometimes two musics that shouldn't go together and really grind your gears when they do. There's a certain art to that. So my cover of Georgie Girl and Hit Me With Your Best Shot is going to like slide a needle right between the left and right folds of your brain, and you're going to love it. It's so fun.
Get you right in the left and right folds. That's the Danny guarantee.
Right between the brain flaps. So yeah, it is Danny Macarer, I think is my YouTube channel, because I couldn't think of a better one. I'm sure he will love to link it, and I will love to drink it. We were talking about vampires before, right?
Yeah. And by drinks, he's talking about your likes and subscribes and your hitting of the bell.
That what fuels us these days. Nom.
Imagine that, like just getting like a positive, like little electric jolt every time someone hits their bell. Ooh.
I mean, give it time, man, and they'll just put that port into your skull, and that'll be...
Every upvote is an extra 3
we
months on your
just
life.
wrote an episode of Black Mirror. So
Now,
K. Dick,
listeners,
eat your
I
heart out.
have trouble having any sexual intercourse if you don't smash that like button.
I just please smash it real hard.
BT, what are we up to?
Well, listeners can take the very podcasting app they are using and open it up and go to search, and they can also search for things like Thrones of Game, the Game of Thrones podcast where we review the entire series, but in reverse order. But if you're like, this is too much white guys sitting around reviewing TV for me, I want something with a bit more structure, you can listen to Pulp Fury Radio. This is our scripted podcast, taking a range of pulp genres and writing all original stories for them. Very proud of that work. But if you're feeling generous, if you're like, I'm in the Christmas spirit, you can go to patreon.com/SideQuest Studios. That is the blanket for everything we do. And you get not just the knowledge you're supporting our work, you get over 80, that's right, 80 exclusive podcasts.
They're funny too.
They're just great fun. You can hear us riffing on the ideas for, what happened in the mysterious episodes when Bart is writing, what he did on the chalkboard. What was that episode? Why didn't we ever see it? What happens? You can listen to the episodes that I missed, that I review. You can listen to us on our new show, starring Springfield, where we take a look at all the various roles the cast of The Simpsons have taken on in their movie careers. It's some great fun.
Yeah, no, we're doing really fun stuff over at the Patreon channel, and
He had to cut me off. There's so many things.
well, yeah, I mean that's it, and we're constantly building more. There's 80 podcasts in our back catalog, and a new one comes out every week, and we're working on a variety of shows over there, featuring me and BT, and sometimes Danny.
Oh, I'm not without my charm now and then.
So go check it out on patreon.com/SideQuestStudios. Until then, Merry Christmas, Danny Rosewell.
Merry Christmas, BT Calloway.
Happy Hanukkah, Danny Rosewell. Crazy Kwanzaa, Elliot Jay O'Neill.
And I've been your host, Elliot Jay O'Neill.
And to all a good night.
Have a tip-top tet. Solemn and dignified Ramadan.
Mustard bless us, everyone. I don't know.
Yes.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Simpsons Index podcast, which is also an online spreadsheet available at thesimpsonsindex.com. You can chat to us online at facebook.com/thesimpsonsindex or at Simpsons Index on Twitter and Instagram. And now please stay tuned for the bonus scenes!
Well, boy, now that I know there's mustard, I know there's lots of things worth living for.
Finally, I can die.
That's your Jimmy Stewart? That's your Jimmy Stewart? No, that's a different ending to It's a Wonderful Life. Finally, I can die!
Jesus. Delete. That's a good cough. Order now the compilation of the world's best coughs.
Featuring small child with polio. Old man with emphysema. And the big wind-up with the minimal finish. Order now.
And you'll receive a bonus CD of girl coughs.
I don't like to cough loud because I'm a woman.
Girl coughs.
Girl coughs. You can cough, ladies. It's cool. We're modern men. We appreciate you just need to cough sometimes.
Oh, you must not be coming through because you're not coming through. I don't know what doing the volume then would have helped.
Not going to change anything. Wait
Turn
a
up
second.
the volume until the plug goes in.
Ooh.
Stop making it sexy and just plug it in. Why must you make everything hot? God, it's so hard to work with you. I'm this aroused.
I've lost the bottom to that frame.
Oh, the bottom.
Oh, he's lost the bottom to the... Oh, he's lost the bottom.
Oh,
Oh, that's going to peak.
That's a
gonna
shame.
send
That
some
was the
peaks.
best part of that frame.
Favorite parts from fourth to first best.
Like, a lot of people will list the stand as the best part of a frame, but honestly, to me, it's always the bottom.
First top.
Fat bottom frames, they make the rock
It was
and
a
world go
classic
round.
power bottom. Absolutely.
Buzzing.
Gah.
No, just buzzing. You, of all people, should be avoiding Big Bang Theory references.
No, you know what? I actually sat down and, just watched 11 to 13 seasons. And
You
know what? It's not
disgust me.
bad.
No, it's bad.
Only seasons 11 to 13? Why?
No, 11 to 13 seasons.
Oh, okay.
I watched season 2 to 14, I think.
Okay. Wait, actually, I can't tell anymore when you're fucking around.
Right? Would you? Oof. Why would you subject yourself to that garbage? You have to say 13 Hail Marys, the rosaries, and spritz yourself with the hail water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to, recite the words to the Breaking Bad intro 6 times in a row.
He was a teacher, and the other guy was a dropout student. And they decided to break bad. And so they decided to call Saul.
And then they broke bad.
I wanted the show went for an hour every episode. 45 minutes of it was this.
It's just theme song that was
Recap,
recapping
absolutely.
everything,
Yeah.
but like everything. Then there's
I forgot how much of a musical the whole show was.
stealing some
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
She was stealing things. Don't know why. They're Gems Marie, you stupid hoe.
It was on Broadway for years.
I meant
Oh,
minerals.
yeah. My name is Walter White.
Oh, Breaking Bad music. I'm not gonna lie. That's
I know. I mean,
Give it another 5 years.
Lynn is ready to
Yeah,
do it,
yeah.
right? He's on board.
ooh
I am
damn.
not
Bam.
throwing away my shot.
I am the one who knocks. Yeah. That does a middle-aged school teacher chemistry man turn into a guy who likes to break bad.
Oh. Oh, and you know how in like a lot of musicals, but especially Hamilton, they end the song with the whole cry going, boom! Yeah, that'd work so many times for Breaking Bad, the musical.
Yeah. And that season when Jesse goes that
gunshot and the lights go out.
Yep.
Classic. It's because they are the Simpsons. Like, when you go on YouTube and you watch your junky fanimations on them, which are great, your Bort Simpsons and shit.
Yeah.
You're expecting a bit of leeway.
Yeah.
But these guys should know how to do it right.
Professional animators and strict guidelines on how to animate.
Even fucking QWERTY Uyop was better at this shit. Wow.
The keyboard?
No, I meant the Korean fucking budget animation from the early days.
Oh.
Klespy Kappa, whatever it was called.
Klasky Scoopo.
Whatever the fuck it was.
I want to get a name for my company. I know, just rakes the finger across the keyboard.
Yeah, 'tis my masterpiece.
What if the answer was under my nose the whole time? Well, it's got a better ring than Asda for
Oh, God. We have talked some nonsense